Good morning, welcome back to another video. Lovely weather today, this morning, quite nice in the sky. Been cold last couple of days, but yeah, it's quite nice this morning. If you follow me, I'll take you down to the pond and another update on a few things what we're doing today and what's turning up after 4 or 5 weeks. If you can guess on what I've been waiting for, but it has finally come. I did tell you in previous videos, but it is finally here, so I'll show you what's turned up today and we'll take a look at the fish. So I'll follow you and we'll head down to the pond. You can see you've got a little visitor as usual. Get a lot of birds come. Like to come and drink water in the pond. As you can see, it is clearing up nicely now, the water. Slowly getting there. Fish doing alright. I had to treat again because I scraped the other day. I found flukes again. So I did another scrape and I found tons of fluke on one fish on one slide. So there's no point scraping 3 or 4 fish. I had found them. I did find one trichidina. So as I run out of fluke treatment stuff, so I phoned my local dealer up, my guy. He was shut because it was Wednesday, so I couldn't do anything about it. It won't up until Friday, and it was a weekend, so I off to the caravan, so I didn't get a chance to go and get any stuff. And I wanted to get some stuff in and sort it. So anyway, I phoned a good friend of mine up, and I got some stuff. And it's some sort of like a sheep dip type stuff they use in farming. It's different kind of stuff, but he uses that and swears by it. And since I put, very friendly little guy, aren't we? You are friendly, aren't you? Since I put the treatment stuff in, there's a lot less flashing, and they are coming up to the top and they're feeding a bit more better. So I might give it another dose, give me enough for 2 doses. I forgot what they make this bottle stuff were, but I shall find out and get back to you on that. But you can't buy it in any local shops, or it's something they use in farming. So he must have got contact with a farmer or some sort of contact somewhere, and it's where he got his stuff from. But he gave me enough to treat 2. I think it was about 70 quid for a bottle, a big bottle. But he swears by it. He says use this, it'd be brilliant. I also tell him about a problem with trichidina. I had them bits and bobs, and he says the only thing I use is salt, nothing else. Put salt in your water, get up to 9% of it, obviously gradually over 2 or 3 days, not just chuck it in and get 9%. And you have to have a salt meter as well, as I've got one of them. That's all I do, and then scrape again, and you'll find it kills anything apart from flukes. And all you do is just water it out and you do your flukes. So I had a parcel turn up today, what I just explained earlier, what I've been waiting for about 4 or 5 weeks from S&C, Sarah and Chris Coy place in Doncaster. It has finally come. Excuse the light a bit this morning. So just quick unboxing. So there you go, it has come. My UV ballast, it comes as all as one. So basically you just unscrew 1, 2, 4 screws, plug it in, and there you go. So I weren't 100% sure if it's the ballast inside that on my old one has gone, or the micro switch just in there, look, that tension can go. So it comes as a whole package as one. This was 90 quid this. It comes as all one, and I think you just basically just unscrew it, fasten them on, uncouple that, put your UV back into that and your seal, then plug into your box, and then away you go, up and running. Also, I had a problem on the filter side, the bio chain there, just get it down there, leaking. And you can see I put some more silicone around it. It does look a mess. There's a load of silicone. I know you're going to come out and say, Chuffy, now that's never working. We'll end them up. Just had a slight leak. And the problem were, when I fitted this, I used a 110 saw cutter, but on the connector side, connectors at about 1.9. So 110, just slightly bit big. But just say on the thingy, 1.10. But when I cut them and drilled them out after and fitted it, when it come to fitted it, I looked at it and realised the little hole was just a tad big. I thought sod. But obviously it come with pre-formed filter bio box, so you have to drill and put your own connector in. What I didn't really like doing, but it is easy because you can fit it however you want. But if it comes pre-drilled and pre-done, then there's only one certain way you can fit your connectors. You get what I mean? But it is a good idea, but also a bad idea because you can cause freaking leaks, and like I have a leak, only a slight leak, but because I'm on top up as well, it don't bother me anyway. But only problem with that is if I have to treat, I'm going to be losing water. So I stopped it this morning, sealed it, and wait a couple hours. And while that's doing that, I should show you how I fit this and get this fitted, and just see if this up and runs and works, and we should be okay. And then next thing, I'll try and get this box in if that's sealed. Then obviously I put some stone down last week, that's everything's alright. And I probably a waste pipe leaking just here, but it was my fault. It came off the rubber boot down here, but I sorted that, fitted that out, and we're alright. And we're not getting no chlorine now, I've stopped all that, and that's alright. But yeah, the water is finally clearing up after all this chuffing treatment I've been putting in. But yeah, they seem alright, they're fine in a minute. Not noticing any flashing, so that has calmed down. I'm just debating to put the other treatment in or not, but I think I will do anyway, because if there's any floats, any eggs or any gill floats or body floats, and the lay eggs or the lay have live young, so just eradicate that. And all being well, I should do probably another scrape 2 or 3 days. I did lose 2 fish. I had a little small kohaku that jumped out over there. Come next morning, it was on the stones just over there. I was gutted. I had a little orange and black one. Not very big, it weren't very expensive, but it's not the point about the price. In the day, they're still my pets, and I still treat them like family, and I still get upset when I lose a fish. But that one weren't doing so well for about a week. I had a funny feeling it was going to die, but obviously I tried my best to chuffing get on top of stuff. But like I say, I'm living and learning like you all lot, and I was advised wrong with Malachite green for trichodina. It should have been Malachite, it should have been PP instead. But anyway, I live and learn, so I PP'd, and then I've done the float treatment, and now I'm just going to try and do another treatment and get on top of that. So I shall get back to you in a minute and we'll have a sort this out and try and get this fitted. So first things first, make sure it's all turned off on the box. Unplug it from the mains. Mine just on an extension cable because the cable for this are not long enough. It's better if I had a longer cable so I can have all that put in there and I get lid over it. It's tidy, but for some reason it doesn't come with a longer cable. But saying that, this is a second-hand filter, so what I probably could do is extend the cables in there. I might put longer wire in them, but it's just a lot of messing about, hassle, so what I'll do is just box it all in and not have to have that problem. But I think these drums, especially like this one, a lot of combi drums, what I watched the other day from on Cat's channel on YouTube. It's a bit of new pond, he's got a combi drum, but I think he paid about £3,000 for his drum. But they're not designed really to go outside, they're designed to be undercover. And to be honest, a lot of people, probably like me, don't have a lot of room, or haven't got a lot of room to box things in or put things inside. Because when I first built this pond, I just went ahead, built it. Not a lot of research, but I know what I need to do. Put a bottom drain in, but I never thought about putting an aerated proper bottom drain in. But this has got airline down to it. It's the proper one and all that. And I did all this, got the big as I can, and I put a shelf and did all this. Then I refiberglassed it, did it all like I did on previous videos. But what I didn't do is fetch the pond over this way a bit, or put it all over this way a little bit. Then I'd have a room back of there to have a filter house where I can have all that housed in, done all properly, instead of rushing. I wasn't mega rushing, but I did rush, you know what I mean? Which one of the things I live and learn, but obviously a lot of people, a lot of you out there probably got wives, girlfriends or whatever, and they don't really like these ponds, or husbands don't like fish, don't like the ponds. That's my missus, she's not really keen on this pond, she don't like it, she's not interested, but puts up with it because it's what I like, it's what I want. She moaned when I first building it because taking it all over the garden, got looking nice on and mess, but I made it as nice as possibly can. I could make it more nicer, but I made it to what I can afford, what I could have done, I made it nicer. But it'd be better if I could have had it further over that way, but she wanted it out, she wanted it corner, in here, tucked out that way. And I've done what I could and gone to the deepest that I could, 5 foot deep, and it's 2,500 gallons. So I've gone to the best I could, what I could work with. Idea would be put all my filters in there, pipe it all round into there, but again, that's the Mrs. Summer house. She didn't want me to do that. I had many arguments about putting it in, but what's more important, relationship with your missus or being on your own and missus up and left. So I've got to keep the missus happy. So it is a summer house, but it's got full of junk and crap in it. What I shouldn't use, but I can't use it. Doesn't make sense, but you get where I'm coming from. That's what it is. So it would have been ideal to pipe into that and have it in there, or knock all that down, concrete base, and a filter house in there, and I could have a nice quarantine tank in there, then quarantine any fish that comes in. But I can't do that because I haven't got the room. Because knowing Marlo, the recent fish I bought, Kajako and Kawako, what I bought, well, 2 or 3 months ago, they could have fetched the parasite in, or I might have already had the parasite. But what I should have probably, done, scraped it before I put it in the pond, but I just wanted to get it in, settled in. So basically, it could be that but we live and learn. They are flashing a little bit, just noticed that. Maybe because the filter's off. It could be that, because used to having the shower on and plenty of air going in, but plus I just fed them, so it could be flashing from that. But I will try and later on and get this other treatment put in if I can. But I'm going to try and get this UV fitted first and sorted. Yeah, so basically unscrew that in there. That's where the UV sits. The change of bulb. It sits on there. You might get a bit of water coming out because it's not completely fully drained. Oh, there you go. That comes straight off. Let's get this out. Give me a sec. There you go. That seals round there, and in there is UV. It could have been a quartz sleeve, but it's not mega bad, I don't think. So yeah, so that sits in there like that, and that goes in there. It only fits in one way because it has a cutout. Let me just show you on this. There you go. You just see it. The cutout there, what sits in with your micro switch. So it only goes in there one way. So you have to put that in first. Fit that, make sure that's secured in. There you go. Also, the other day I emptied all this out, put more sealant around it, and this started a major leak, but I had another bit of a leak. While doing that, I emptied all the K1 into my blue bucket. As I'm doing that, I slipped with the filter box. I cracked my big blue bucket bowl, sorry. Wasn't very happy, so I'll have to order another one then. So yeah, I'll get a screwdriver on that and change them 4 screws. So basically that's all it is, just 4 screws in there like that. Take off, really small screws. And it comes off pretty easy. I expected being a bit more fiddly or something in there you have to take off, but no. That's all you have to do, and that connects in there, so I'll get the other one and connect that up. I might open this up, if I can open it, have a look inside and see if I can see anything obvious with it, but I don't think I'll be able to or not. I did like where you have a reset button, you can turn the UV off on here, but the other one hasn't got that on here, so let's change that and swap that. If I can, but I'll have a look in that because I might be able to get a ballast from inside there, keep that spare and try to see if it works. But it could be the micro switch in the bottom of there could have gone in it, but one of the things, I don't know what it is. But for sake of ordering a new one, fit a new one, and we are done. You can see I fitted it all back on, just the 4 screws. I couldn't film it because I need 2 hands, so I fit that back in. It didn't come on at first, but I realised I didn't put the bulb in correctly onto the end. It has got a different end in it compared to the other one. The other one's straight connector like that, and that one's you see like that. It did come on. I can just show you if I can. A sec. There you go, you can see the UV come on. I won't have it on too long because it needs water in it. So it looks like this is probably packed in and no good. I might take the screws out, have a quick look, see if there's anything I can see inside. if I get the ballast off it and fit another one, then I might save that to spare if I can get all the bit for it. But I'm not holding my breath. Like I said, I've got working UV now. I don't really need a UV because I am undercover, and you can see the water is pretty clear. It is pretty clear, but I have got a lot of air stones and bottom drain. It is a lot of disturbing in the water, but if I could just take that off, I'll show you. And that. My air pump. If you can see, you just quite see the bottom. I know the light reflecting a little bit, but we are pretty quite clear. So regarding UV, I don't really need a UV on it, but I just got one and fitted it because it's part of the drum. You see I've got the airline going down there, look, to the bottom drain. All this is just an airline from Screwfix. None of your fancy Evolution Aqua sinking airline and all that. This is just from Screwfix, and it's about £12. £12? It might be £12, maybe a little bit cheaper. It worked a lot, and it was a lot cheaper than buying the Koi airline, because it's more or less virtually the same stuff. Just your hair holes for your air tools. I've had that in last year, never no problems with it up to now. It seems alright. It's fastened on really well. And yeah, you can see it's pretty clear to the bottom. I did have algae on the wall growing, but because I had that much treatment and bits and bobs coming in, it has cut a lot of the natural light off, and it has basically killed all the algae off. I'm quite surprised at that, because I bought some treatment to do an algae treatment. I got it all settled down, the finish off and done. I'll go do an algae treatment, but no need to. It's all gone. So yeah, we're all fine if it's gone. So I'll get the air back on, because I need the air on for them. Because in this warm weather you need plenty of air going in. There you go. All done. So yeah, provided that is sealed properly and it's okay now, then we're all sorted up, back and running. And I'll probably do a little update in a bit with the treatment if I get a chance, and probably not be today, but I'll get the other stuff in and I'll just show you what I use for the fluke stuff. There's no name on the bottle, it's just, I can't remember off the top of my head what the name were, but I know it's something that the farmers use when they're sheep dipping, or sheep dip for worming or some sort like that. So yeah, so I shall show you what it is. It's like a white, milky white stuff. Looks like some white magnesium or some sort of stuff like that, but it's something used in farming. But there's a lot of stuff we probably could use, but we're not allowed to use, but they don't sell it. But a lot of stuff you do buy in your dealers or from the shops tend to be a bit more watered down or not as good. There's a lot of stuff like your Fluke M, your Fluke P and your Pantene stuff and fluid-based stuff. A lot of again, the flukes are getting prone to it, they're getting used to it, or they're getting stubborn, they're not shifting. So I know a lot tend to go towards this Leonard Pro stuff, but this is just another thing what I'm trying to see if it eradicates the flukes. I'm hoping it has done. But anyway, I'll show you how I weigh that out and mix that up. But basically it is, because mine's 2,500 gallons, so I just need 25 mil of this stuff, mix it in with some water, spoke the fish to the bottom a bit, then pour it round, and then it'll turn it milky white, and then that is it. There's no any other treatment. There's no PP or CT to strip the mucus a bit and be told excuse me, just put it straight in and it does the job. That's all you have to do. That's how I've been told. That's all you need to do. And then all he does is salt as well. That's all he ever uses. And I don't take this guy like they think, I know a lot of people, you might comment and agree, you think salt's a bad idea, I'll never use salt in my pond, or people that use salt. But I'm going from a guy who's got expensive koi and he knows what he's done, and he's been in the hobby for some many years. Many more years probably I've been in, probably been in 20 years, and he has got a nice pond and a drum. If I get a chance, if he'll let me, I shall film it and I'll put it on the channel, but I have to ask him for that permission if I can do that, because I know everybody's likes to keep private, don't let people know about the stuff, because he has got expensive fish. I'm not talking like I've got £100 fish in here, that's it. I'm talking about he's got £3,000-4,000 fish and more in the pond, but he only buys fish at that level because he knows what he's doing and he can keep fish. Not like me, I'm still a novice and learning. Not like probably a lot of you are out there learning. But to me, I would never pay £1,000 for the fish or £500 fish, because I just don't justify paying that money. But I would like to, because they are nice and they're stunning fish. I just think, wow, when every time I go up and see his pond and see his fish, I just think, wow, they're amazing compared to what I've got, and probably compared to some of what you've got on there. But it's each to his own. But I know we're all on a tight budget, what we can afford. But obviously this guy, he knows his stuff, so that's why I take his advice and I do use it. But I know every pond's different, every system's different. What might work in his pond might not work in mine, but I try his method and see if it works, and if I'll keep you up to date with the result. So if I do get any in a parasite again, I might go down the salt route and dump salt in it and see what happens. So it might save me for in the future losing any fish, because we don't really like to lose any fish. But I've lost two up to now. I don't want to lose any more in the near future, because they are family, they are pets. I do get a bit upset. Obviously it might sound a bit daft to you, but a bit silly, but I do grow quite attached to them, so I don't want to lose any. And if I do go away on holiday like I do to my caravan, I do worry about them. I tend to worry, see if they're alright, make sure they're alright. I have got CTV up there, and you can see what I do film, so I can watch from my phone and keep an eye on them. But it's not the same than not being here. But you have to go away and you got family commitments like me and everybody else, so it's a little thing you have to do. Right, just taking it apart. There's 4 stools in back, that's come apart. I have noticed, we're taking this apart, there was water in it, so no wonder it's not working. For one, there's water got in it. I think there should be a seal around there, but there is no seal on it. Don't know why, unless the last guy who bought it off has messed about with it and not put the seal back on or whatever. But it didn't work since the day when I picked it up, so that could be the issue and problem. So what I'm going to look in online, see if I get another ballast. So take this ballast out, get the number off it, see if I could swap it. But that's another thing about drums being outside in rain, sunshine, wind, element, doesn't do much good. So I'm going to have to get it boxed in as soon as. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can change this. It is silicone down. You can see it's in the bottom, but it has got QR code on the back, so I could scan that, see if I can find anything. But anyway, I shall have a look and I shall update you on that if I can repair this. It might just mainly a matter of changing that and then plugging it back in. We might have a working spare UV control box. But I'll let it dry out a bit first, and I'll look a bit online. I shall do a video on that if I can get one, and I shall get back to you on that one. Another note, this is the treatment for the fluke stuff I use. You can see, just an empty bottle I used, and I've got enough for 2 treatments in there, like a white magnesium. But anyway, it's the stuff they use for the flukes, what my friend uses, what they use in farming sheep dip. But I might be able to get hold of some off the farm if I can, but I shall see. If this works okay, I'll keep up to date on that. I shan't bother filming you put it in, because basically all you do is tip that into a bucket, add pond water to it, and then point it upon. That's basically it. But I shan't do a video on that because I don't need to. You've seen putting treatments in before. So yeah, I'll keep up to date on that. If I get a new UV ballast for it, I'll see if I can order one. I'll see if I can get that working again. I've got a spare one. It can be a lot cheaper to fix, be massive out. I'll get back to it. But anyway, thanks for watching the videos, guys. If you like the video, subscribe, thumbs up, any comments, even down below. I shall get back to you on the next video.